On the edge of a quiet, barren space outpost, Michael lived alone, surrounded by endless stars and the hum of machines. He had once been a respected engineer, working on interstellar travel projects, but now he spent his days in silence, missing the warmth of companionship. His only friend had been his loyal dog, Rex, a golden-brown creature with intelligent eyes and a playful heart. Months had passed since Rex had disappeared. Chasing some unknown curiosity beyond the outpost's fence, Michael had searched everywhere, calling his name into the empty night, but Rex was gone, and a heavy sadness had filled Michael's life. He would sit by the window, staring at the stars, wondering if he would ever see his friend again. The loneliness was almost unbearable, each night echoing with emptiness. Then, one cold evening, a familiar sound broke the quiet, a faint bark, weak but unmistakable. Michael's heart leapt. Could it really be Rex? He ran outside, the icy wind cutting against his face, and there, through the dim glow of the outpost lights, he saw him, Rex, muddy and tired, but alive. His tail wagged cautiously, and his eyes shone with recognition. Michael dropped to his knees, tears welling up. Rex. You came back, he whispered, hugging the dog tightly. But Michael noticed something strange. Rex did not act like himself entirely. He sniffed the air, his ears twitching, then turned his gaze toward the dark forest line beyond the outpost. His posture stiffened, and he barked again, urgent and commanding. Michael followed Rex's stare and felt a shiver run down his spine. Something was out there, something that Rex had found or sensed. Curiosity mixed with fear, Michael grabbed his jacket and flashlight, Rex trotting ahead, leading the way. They approached the edge of the forest cautiously, shadows dancing between the trees. The air felt charged, as if the stars themselves were watching. Michael's mind raced. What could have returned with Rex? The night was alive with strange sounds, whispers carried on the cold wind. He shivered but pressed forward, trusting his old friend. Then, through the mist, Michael saw a glowing figure, small and fragile, crouched near a tree. The light pulsed softly, like a heartbeat, and Michael's breath caught. Rex barked softly, nudging the figure gently. The man realized it was not just an animal or an object. This was something different, something alien, yet it felt sad and lost. The glowing presence lifted its head, revealing eyes full of grief and fear. Michael's heart ached at the sight. This creature was alone, just like him. Rex circled the figure, protective and reassuring, his tail wagging. The dog seemed to say, "It's safe, come closer." Michael stepped forward slowly, unsure if he should trust the strange being, yet he felt a pull in his chest, a need to help. The night was quiet except for the soft rustle of leaves and Rex's gentle bark. The alien widow did not move away. She watched Michael with cautious hope. That night marked a new beginning for Michael, Rex, and the glowing stranger. The dog had returned, but not just for companionship. He had brought someone who needed them, someone lost in the vast galaxy. Michael's lonely days were over, but new challenges waited, mysteries that stretched far beyond the outpost. As he extended a hand toward the alien widow, he knew that adventure, friendship, and danger were about to walk into his life together. The stars twinkled above like silent witnesses to the reunion, a promise that even in loneliness, the universe could bring unexpected companionship, and the journey that lay ahead was only beginning. Michael took a deep breath and stepped closer to the glowing figure, Rex moving ahead confidently, guiding him as if he knew exactly what to do. The alien widow stayed still at first, her eyes wide and cautious, but there was no fear in Rex's posture, only reassurance. Michael slowly extended his hand, careful not to frighten her. The glow around her flickered softly, like a heartbeat, and she tilted her head, studying him curiously. He noticed her form was delicate and slender, almost ethereal, with shimmering skin that reflected the starlight. Her movements were graceful, but her body language spoke of fear and loss. Michael understood that she had been alone for a long time, and perhaps the loneliness in her eyes mirrored his own. Rex barked softly, and she flinched, yet she did not run, seeming to sense the dog's loyalty. Michael tried to communicate, his voice gentle. "It's okay, we won't hurt you," he said. The widow tilted her head again, then made a soft, melodic sound that was strange but not unpleasant. Rex barked once more, wagging his tail, and the alien seemed to relax slightly. Michael realized that she was intelligent, aware, and perhaps frightened by the unknown, but willing to trust them. The man noticed small injuries on her arms, faint scratches from something sharp. He wondered if the forest had been dangerous, or if she had been running from someone. Rex sniffed around her, nudging her hand gently, as if asking permission to stay close. The alien widow reached out tentatively and allowed the dog to touch her, a small spark of connection passing between them. It was clear that Rex had found her for a reason, and she was meant to follow him. Michael looked around and saw the forest was alive with strange movements, shadows flitting between the trees, glowing eyes peeking from the darkness. The air felt tense, and he realized that the widow was not safe here alone. He knelt down and said, "We should go somewhere safe. Come with us." She hesitated, looking at the man and then at Rex, finally nodding slightly. The glow around her brightened as she stepped forward, trusting them for the first time. Rex led the way confidently, sniffing the path and guiding them through the dense trees. Michael followed closely, careful not to lose sight of her. The forest was filled with unfamiliar sounds, strange cries that echoed and made his heart race. Every step felt like a journey into the unknown, yet he felt a strange sense of hope. The alien widow moved gracefully beside them, still cautious but curious, her glowing form illuminating the path. As they walked deeper, Michael saw signs of previous life, broken branches, faint footprints, and strange markings carved into trees. He wondered what had happened here and who had been before them. The forest seemed alive with secrets, waiting to reveal themselves. Rex barked suddenly, alerting Michael to a rustle nearby. Shadows shifted quickly, and Michael felt a shiver of fear. Was it a predator or something else entirely? The alien widow paused, her glow flickering faster. Sensing the danger, Michael held her hand gently, reassuring her. "We'll face it together," he said, his heart beat faster, knowing the journey ahead would be challenging, filled with unknown threats. Yet he also felt a bond forming between the three of them. An unspoken trust was growing, and with Rex as their guide, they were ready to face whatever the forest held. That night, under the silver light of distant stars, Michael realized that his lonely life had changed forever. He had found a friend, a companion, and now someone in need. Together, they would journey through unknown worlds, facing dangers, discovering secrets, and building a connection that stretched across the stars. The adventure had only begun, and the galaxy awaited, full of mysteries and challenges for the unlikely trio. Michael, the alien widow, and Rex moved cautiously through the dense forest, the glow from the widow lighting their path like a small lantern. Every step they took led them deeper into the unknown, where shadows twisted between the trees and strange noises echoed in the air. Rex sniffed constantly, alert for danger, his ears twitching at every sound. Michael felt both fear and excitement. This was no ordinary journey. As they left the forest behind, the landscape changed. Massive floating rocks hovered in the sky. Glowing rivers ran with liquid that shimmered in colors Michael had never seen. Strange plants with luminous leaves swayed in the breeze, and the air was thick with an unfamiliar energy. The alien widow moved gracefully among the strange flora, her glow blending with the colors around her. Michael followed closely, careful not to step on anything unfamiliar. Suddenly, a shadow darted across their path, fast and silent. Rex growled low, stepping protectively in front of Michael and the widow. The shadow belonged to a small creature, with many legs and sharp claws, its eyes glowing like red embers. It circled them, curious but cautious. Michael realized the planet was alive with unknown life, and not all of it was friendly. He slowly raised his hands, speaking softly, "We mean no harm," hoping the creature understood. The alien widow watched the scene silently, her glow flickering, then stepped forward, holding out a hand. The creature paused, sniffed the air, and then retreated, disappearing into the forest. Michael exhaled, relieved, but he knew the journey would only get harder. Each step forward was a lesson in trust, and Rex seemed to sense the widow's emotions, guiding her when she hesitated, nudging Michael when danger approached. As they traveled, Michael noticed faint tracks in the glowing soil, footprints that seemed neither human nor alien. He wondered who, or what, had passed through before them. The widow paused at the markings, her eyes showing recognition, and she whispered soft sounds, almost like a memory. Michael realized that she might be following a path back to her homeworld, or to something important she had lost. The thought made his heart race, curiosity and fear mingling in equal measure. The sky above them shifted, displaying strange constellations, and Michael felt both awe and unease. The glowing rivers reflected the stars, creating an endless illusion of floating in space. Every step felt magical and dangerous at the same time. Rex barked suddenly, alerting them to a distant rumble. The ground shook slightly, and Michael saw a large shape moving in the distance, something alive and enormous, moving gracefully through the alien terrain. The widow's glow brightened, and Michael understood she recognized it, but whether it was friend or foe, he did not know. He held her hand tightly, signaling that they must stay together. Rex barked again, ready to defend. The trio pressed forward cautiously, hearts pounding, as the massive creature passed nearby, leaving ripples in the glowing soil and sending small flying creatures scattering into the air. Michael felt a thrill. This journey was testing everything he had, his courage, his instincts, and his trust in the alien widow and Rex. As night approached, the group found a small clearing surrounded by glowing plants. Safe for now, they rested, Michael watching the widow and Rex, feeling a deep bond forming between them. The dangers of the alien world had revealed their strength and trust, and he knew that together they could face whatever came next. Tomorrow, the unknown worlds would call them again, full of mysteries, creatures, and challenges, but Michael felt ready. With Rex by his side and the alien widow trusting him, he knew this was only the beginning of an incredible journey. The night was quiet, but the forest around them seemed alive with whispers and faint movements. Michael sat beside the alien widow, watching her glow pulse softly, wondering about her past and how she had come to be lost in this strange world. Rex lay close, alert as always, his ears twitching at every sound. The air was filled with anticipation, as if the forest itself waited to reveal secrets. Finally, the widow spoke, her voice soft but musical, in sounds Michael did not understand, yet somehow he felt the meaning. She had lost her family in a galactic conflict, her entire world destroyed, leaving her alone to wander the stars. Michael's heart ached at her story, he could feel the loneliness that mirrored his own. Rex nudged her gently, offering comfort, and she leaned slightly toward him, trusting him for the first time. Michael realized that the dog's strange behavior had not been random. Rex had sensed her pain and had guided them together, as if he understood her needs more than words could explain. The widow's glow brightened as she touched Rex's head, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. Michael felt a sense of wonder. The universe was vast, yet somehow it had brought these three together for a reason. As they prepared to continue their journey, Michael noticed a series of strange ruins nearby, remnants of an alien settlement. The buildings were broken, yet hints of advanced technology remained, flickering lights and holographic displays that had long since faded. The widow's glow pulsed faster as they approached, and Michael sensed recognition in her posture. She pointed to a shattered wall, where symbols glimmered faintly. Michael studied them carefully, trying to understand their meaning. Suddenly, a shadow moved in the ruins, large and silent. Watching them, Michael's pulse quickened. He held the widow close, and Rex growled, protective and fierce. The creature stepped forward, revealing itself as a guardian of the ruins, not hostile but alert, its eyes glowing like twin suns. The widow made soft, melodic sounds, and the guardian relaxed, bowing slightly. Michael realized that this creature had known her family, perhaps even protecting her heritage. She then revealed more through gestures and sounds, showing memories of her lost world, the attacks, and the people she had loved. Michael watched in awe, understanding that the widow carried the weight of her entire civilization on her shoulders. Rex nudged her gently again, his presence calming her fears. Michael felt honored to be trusted with this story, and he knew their journey was no longer just survival, but a mission to help her find hope and purpose. The ruins held secrets that could aid their journey, pieces of technology and knowledge lost for generations. Michael carefully examined a glowing device, realizing it could provide guidance through the unknown worlds ahead. The widow's glow pulsed warmly as she touched it, and Michael understood the connection. They had found more than a place of shelter. They had discovered a path forward, a link to her past and the answers they sought. As the night deepened, Michael looked at the stars above, feeling the vastness of the galaxy around them. He knew dangers awaited, but also opportunities, friendships, and discoveries. With the alien widow by his side and Rex guiding them, he felt ready for whatever lay ahead. Secrets had been revealed, trust had been earned, and the trio was now bound together, prepared to face the final challenges of their journey. The adventure had grown deeper, richer, and more meaningful, and the universe seemed to whisper promises of what was yet to come. Morning light filtered through the alien trees, casting shimmering patterns across the ruins. Michael, the alien widow, and Rex prepared to leave the safety of the clearing. Their journey was far from over, and Michael could feel the tension in the air. the forest around them alive with unseen eyes and quiet movements. Rex sniffed constantly, alert and ready to protect. As they moved forward, a deep rumble shook the ground, sending small creatures scattering into the glowing foliage. Michael's heart pounded, and he grabbed the widow's hand tightly. "Stay close," he whispered. The rumble grew louder, and from the shadows emerged a massive predator. Unlike anything Michael had seen, its body covered with armored scales, and eyes glowing like molten fire, it moved silently but powerfully, circling them with dangerous intent. The widow's glow flared, bright and urgent, and she stepped in front of Michael, signaling that she could confront it. Rex growled fiercely, positioning himself between them. The predator let out a low, rumbling sound, testing their strength. Michael realized they had no choice but to fight smartly, not with brute force, but by using their wits, teamwork, and trust. Michael remembered the alien device they had found in the ruins, and he quickly activated it, a soft light emitting a pulse that disturbed the predator. It hesitated, confused by the strange energy. Rex barked and lunged forward, distracting it further. The widow moved gracefully, emitting a harmonic glow that resonated with the device, creating a strange but powerful signal. The predator froze, its aggressive movement slowing, then it slowly backed away, disappearing into the forest with a final hiss. Michael exhaled, his body trembling from the adrenaline. The widow's glow softened as she returned to his side. Rex wagged his tail, proud and relieved. The danger had passed, but the experience had changed them all. Michael realized how much they had relied on each other, their bond now stronger than ever. He looked at the widow, understanding that this was more than survival. It was trust, friendship, and shared purpose. As they continued their journey, they discovered a hidden valley, untouched and safe, filled with strange flora and gentle rivers of glowing liquid. The widow's eyes widened with recognition and hope. Michael felt a deep satisfaction, knowing they had reached a place where she could find peace and perhaps rebuild some part of her lost world. Rex ran ahead playfully, exploring the valley, bringing joy back into their lives. They spent the night under the stars, the alien sky reflecting in the rivers. Michael felt a sense of calm he had not known in years. The loneliness that had haunted him was gone, replaced with companionship, adventure, and purpose. The alien widow shared quiet moments of gratitude through gestures and soft sounds, and Michael understood that they had created a family of sorts, bonded not by blood but by courage, loyalty, and hope. In the days that followed, they explored the valley, discovering remnants of the alien civilization, knowledge and tools that could help her rebuild. Michael assisted eagerly, feeling a deep connection to her story and her people. Rex remained the vigilant guide and protector, always aware of danger and ensuring their safety. The trio had faced the unknown, overcome threats, and discovered trust that transcended species and worlds. As the sun set on the glowing valley, Michael looked at his companions, smiling softly. Their journey had begun with loneliness and fear, but it ended with friendship, hope, and the promise of new adventures. The stars above twinkled like silent witnesses to their story, and Michael knew this was only the start. With Rex by his side and the alien widow trusting him, he felt ready for whatever the galaxy had in store. Their bond was unbreakable, and the universe awaited, full of mysteries and wonders. The adventure was complete, yet endless, a story of courage, companionship, and discovery that would shine across the stars.